Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Live a Live. When we last left off, we completed all 7 of the previous main scenarios, resulting in the unlocking of the JRPG chapter, the Medieval Knight chapter. So, this chapter goes super hard on, like, standard JRPG tropes. It is a very condensed JRPG, basically. And it has a lot in common with, like, 8-bit JRPGs like Dragon Warrior. One of the unfortunate aspects of this chapter that I do not enjoy is that they bring back random battles. Like, I think it would have been fine if for just this chapter you had random battles, but they also kind of sneak their way into the last chapter, which I mean, it does make grinding easier, but whatever. I much prefer having, like, what we had before, where you have enemies, you make contact with them, they start battles. I like that. But anyway, we are Orsted, the knight, the blonde, spiky-haired, sword-wielding knight. Pretty classic JRPG fare. And we are in a tournament where, we already had our Watanabe cameo. They get that out of the way, like, right away. The purple guy there is Watanabe. It's Watanabe. I think that's what his name is. So, this chapter is actually probably the most difficult one of the chapters. If you try to tackle it, like, head on, like the game probably expects you to. But I'm not going to be doing that. So, I don't want to spoil, like, the series of events that leads into the final chapter here, but if you anything you take in this chapter, like equipment-wise or whatever, chests, whatever, though will not be there in the final chapter. I was reading some, don't run away. There are some exceptions to this I was reading, but I don't know what they are, so I just, the items and stuff are not needed, so I don't pick up anything. I thought about, like, going through and playing, you know, doing it multiple times to see what respawned, but like I said, the stuff is not needed. I am going to be picking up some items to make a couple of the boss battles easier, but and those items will not be available. Like, those chests will be open in the final chapter. Although, one special thing to note is that the stuff that's in the chests and items you can pick up, they're not the same. Not all of them are the same between this chapter and the final chapter. So the main theme of this chapter is heroes, the nature of heroes, like what and how society treats heroes. It's a surprisingly heavy topic and a severe, like, knock on JRPGs and, like, their plots, like, especially JRPGs from the 8-bit and 16-bit era. Alright, so I just want to walk up to this guy and use V-Shine. V-Shine is a little more powerful than Cut One Way. So. I expect this to take about an hour to an hour and a half. Well, closer, probably between an hour and a half to 2 hours, I would imagine. We'll see. It depends on how many random battles I end up getting into. I just knocked my mouse over. It'll depend on my stat gains, because I don't think I've went over this, but stat gains in this game are actually random. When you level up, you can gain various amounts of stats, and if I get particularly unlucky, I'll have to grind an extra level at the end. So that's pretty much it. So this is the medieval chapter. The King of Demons. So all the guards across from each other say the same thing. Alright, so we want to just exit the castle here. So if you go to the right side there, the armory is there, and you can pick up equipment there, but I'm not going to be doing that. To the left is the jail, which they won't let me into yet. This thing. So this guy will give you as many this things as you want. I'm going to just grab 5. Because they are accessories. The defender is an offhand. Yeah, this things only give you +1 to your vitality. But it's better than nothing, I guess. Joshua Seed is a healing item. I'm not talking to the pink-haired lady. She said she just rambles on and on for like 20 text box about nothing. Like, it's a joke. The joke is that she gets distracted, but I'm not going to. So this right here is the underlying theme of this little kid right here. Just sums up the whole theme of this chapter in one sentence. People are sneaky. They just lay all of the hard work on a proclaimed hero and then just discard that hero when it's no longer worthwhile to keep the hero around. So anyway, Strabo joins the party. Strabo's not going to get much time to shine because we're going to not be fighting that much. There's a path through here. Basically, I'm going to be running from everything. If you fight all the random battles in this, here we go. This is what I wanted. There's a couple of like shortcuts and stuff through the woods there. So if you go down to the south and around, to the southwest there's a village. To the southeast is the Devil's Peak, where our destination lays. You cannot get into Devil's Peak. So we have to find a way in. And basically our clue is that the hero Hash and Uranus got in 20 years ago. So we're climbing the mountain here to look for Hash. Somebody mentions that the hero Hash is living as a hermit on the mountain. If you climb all the way up to the top of the mountain here, you will see the grave of Hash. So you don't actually have to examine that. The plot trigger is talking to this gentleman, this burly fellow here. Going into his house and examining this shield. And that's it. That's what we need to do to advance the plot. So now we're going to go back down the mountain. Like I said, this is a very condensed JRPG experience. We're just gonna run away from this guy. Those bears are a little on the dangerous side. If I were to run into, like, I don't know, like a singular bug, slug, plant, whatever, I'd probably V-shine it and kill it. But just for the experience. But it doesn't really matter, because I'm going to be getting experience other ways. I'm trying to remember where the secret passage to this woods is. Is it? I think it's. Yeah, it's right here, isn't it? Right. You save you a couple of steps, and I don't think you have to. I don't think talking to this kid is a trigger, but I want to talk to him. He's talking about these right here. You can examine them and get items, but I'm just going to leave them. And you examine this shield to advance the plot. Get a little cutscene. This chapter is actually incredibly short if you know exactly what to do to advance the plot, like the sequence triggers, and know enough about the battle system to just like not fight all the random battles. So kind of sad because I cooked a pizza and I've eaten it, but I've eaten my fill. So, but I've got a little bit of pizza left. I don't know, like a quarter of it, and I don't have anything to drink. Uranus is a very, very optimistic person. Like, he has a very standard JRPG view on heroes, in that they are a symbol. They're a thing that the world needs because people need something to believe in. Hash does not have that view. If you do want to grind, Uranus is actually pretty useful. He has a move called Voice of God. It's kind of like the move that Pogo has that hits everything on the screen. So it's pretty good. Has a pretty long charge time though, but you know, whatever. It's really good for killing these weaker enemies. Other than that, he's a healer. So we don't need to fight any of these jerks. I love how his little early 16-bit sprite just looks so angry. Like Hash, he just looks upset, and I like that. Good sprite artwork is a treasure. Did I grab that shield? I hope I did. I'll have to swing back by around if I didn't grab the shield in Uranus's house. I hope I did. I didn't grab it. Shoot. That's fine. I'll just get it on my way. Not a big deal. Boy, he put that armor on quick. So now we have Hash. Nice. Grab that. Put this on you. It's actually really important that I get that other shield. So that I can give it to Orsted. Well, I mean, I guess it's not super important. I could give the Defender to Hash and put the Hero Shield on Orsted. I mean, I don't have to go back and get the other one. I am. Oh, trust me, I am. But if I didn't want to go out of my way. I like the view here. Alright, so Hash got his old sword back. You need this sword to actually get into the mountain. Let's see. Brionne, that's what we want. Put this... And now we just go back down the mountain. I'll have to remember to grab the other shield. Also, I need to move. Hash and Strabo. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but the turn order is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want Hash in the second slot. That way, if I do see an opportunity to get experience, I can use a move with Orsted and then have Hash kill the monster. If you want Hash to kill something, Death Trail is probably the best thing to use. Also, that slug is just in the middle of everybody. Right now, though, we're just gonna go get that shield. We're gonna run over and go to the Death Peak. I'm making pretty good time so far. Yep. Okay. Unfortunately, neither one of those guys can use the defender, so... Although Uranus can use his hero shield. So... I'm gonna go over here. If I can find my way through these trees. And if you go off screen here, there's a field here, and these items will actually respawn every time you make that screen transition. So, you got infinite healing items. I don't need 99 of these. I couldn't get 99 of them. But honestly, this is enough. Getting those 10 Naragusa grass should be plenty.